This is also the National Institutes of Health, which last year proposed to amend their mission statement to exclude the word disability, saying it, quote, could be interpreted as perpetuating ableist beliefs that disabled people are flawed and need to be fixed. Let me take this moment to go on record. Folks, if I am ever struck blind or deaf or paralyzed, don't praise me. Fix me. The woke think the number one job is to protect homeless people from stigma. I think the number one job is to protect them from rain. When Adele lost weight, she was excoriated for betrayal. To who? She betrayed the unhealthy?
The left is melting down yet again. And this time they've set their sights on the very people who are actually trying to lift society instead of dragging it lower. Because in their closed-off worldview, only they are allowed to claim moral authority or propose solutions, while everyone else is instantly branded a fraud or a loudmouth chasing applause, which is honestly ridiculous. And that's exactly why Ma decided to slice straight through their performative rage with his trademark sharp wit, turning their outrage into pure spectacle. No restraint, no mercy, just non-stop hits that make it impossible to look away. So settle in, because he didn't hold back for even a second.
The Washington Post reporter tweeted, what truly needs curing is society's view of disabled people. And BuzzFeed agreed, Mr. Beast seems to regard disability as something that needs to be solved. Okay, disability is something that needs to be solved. And what truly needs curing is blindness. Here's how I know this. The newly sighted people are cheering, not booing, because Mr. Beast, whoever the that is, just cured them and you didn't do You know the expression, or go blind? You didn't either.
Maher doesn't waste time warming up or choosing polite words. He goes straight for jugular by exposing a pattern everyone already sees clearly, that the far left rarely lift a finger to help anyone. But the moment someone else actually takes action, they rush in at record speed to try and cancel them. Now crying that doing good deeds shouldn't be filmed or shared online, which Maher immediately shuts down by asking the obvious question they never want to answer. Where do they think the money to fund those good deeds comes from? Because it comes from YouTube, and sharing the work isn't about ego at all. It's the engine that finances the help, and the irony is brutal. Because even if he were rich and chose to help no one, they'd still attack him. Proving this was never about morals, it's about control, and people who live to be offended can never be satisfied. Interview 3. This proves the argument perfectly. The woke left exists in a constant state of outrage and are impressed by nothing whatsoever, because Mr. Beast's humanitarian project in Africa should be universally applauded. Yet an NGO is furious simply because they feel he's taking attention away from them, which is absurd. Since if someone is doing the same work you claim to care about, bringing clean water, building infrastructure, and improving lives, the logical move will be collaboration to expand the impact. But instead, their reaction exposes a real issue. They don't want Mr. Beast involved because attention brings funding. And when that attention shifts, the steady flow of money they rely on starts to dry up. And with less money comes less influence and a weaker grip on the narrative, revealing that their anger has nothing to do with ethics and everything to do with losing control of the stage.
I don't get the woke. They love nothing more than being a victim, except when they really are one, and then they tell you, I am not, go f*** yourself. Get this, last month, Mr. Beast, in another move, funded the construction of 100 wells across 5 countries in Africa to provide clean drinking water to 500,000 people. Good thing, right? No. Not good, bad. The founder of a charity called Face Africa called it kind of frustrating that overnight this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden he gets all of the attention. Yes, but you know what else is frustrating? Dying of thirst.
The more you actually think about this, the more absurd it becomes. Because society was never going to be repaired by governments alone or by self-proclaimed far-left activists acting as moral gatekeepers. Real progress has always come from individuals, whether ordinary or influential, who choose to step up and act, which is exactly what Mr. Beast is doing. And his work in Africa isn't some exaggerated case of white saviorism, no matter how desperately critics try to label it that way. It's A, direct response to urgent problems that countless governments ignore for decades. Because clean water, infrastructure, and basic necessities aren't political slogans. They're essential human needs. And when someone finally helps provide them, the focus should be on lives being changed, not on obsessively questioning the motives of the person helping. Since Mr. Beast isn't taking anything away from anyone, he's filling a gap that never should have existed in the first place.
Mr. Beast, how dare he come in and bogart digging the wells? That's so white guy, always taking fresh water and shoving it down our throats. Oh, another thing this asshole did in Africa was pay for the rebuilding of an African orphanage, which the director of the Hope and Homes for Children charity called it a classic case of white saviorism. So true. Ask any orphan to name the worst part of their life. Show offs.